Hey guys, how are you? What's going on? It's Thursday evening. Oh geez. What's going on, guys? I told y'all I would come back if I could. What y'all want to talk about? A lot of you have been asking me to react on a couple different things. I've got a list, but I want to see if my list matches up with what you guys ask me in the comments down here in this chat. If you want to get into the chat, you can. All you have to do is hit the subscribe button and that's pretty much it. And if you want to be bougie gang up in this thing, hit the notification so that you can be notified every single time I drop a video or go live. That way you can be here because we always have a chat popping, whether I'm live or it's a premiere. When I drop a video, there's always going to be a chat, and if you want to be in it, you got to hit that subscribe button. Okay. Tina Lachey, what's going on? Chow. They done. Yes. I know. I wanted to talk about that too. I was like, maybe we'll talk about the men of YouTube, some of the men of YouTube. Kevin Samuels, girl, the Liberian swindler, Mr. Damien Cryer, y'all. These men are, there's a lot of people who are sad right now. I did get on Twitter, y'all. Twitter is acting a complete fool. Any of you guys on Twitter? I did just start a Love Lies and Lacefronts Twitter account, so I have like 4 people following me. I have another Twitter account, but it's like more of it's my Francoise Vlogs account, so I'm not even gonna do that one. But I have but I do. Twitter is interesting. I was gonna say it's funny, but it's not tonight. We're not gonna I actually liked Kevin Samuel's work. I as far as like a fellow YouTuber, I thought he was doing some good things. Look, I think anything that makes people be more thoughtful in terms of what they are doing is a good thing. I think there's a lot of people out here who just take for granted their looks or their money or their status and all of the things, and realize they're not happy, things are not working for them. And we would see oftentimes, people come onto his program shocked and amazed that they are where they are at the moment and can't seem to figure. That's why they're calling, right? um Even other platforms like I know Tasha covers Kendra G a lot over there. um that there are people who just kind of rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, and it's not working for them, right? And seek out people like Kevin Samuels because they want to get some good advice. Hold on for me just a second. Okay, guys, I'm sorry. I got a call and I didn't know if it was an emergency or not. So I said, let me pick up the phone. Um, okay. But anyway, guys, let me say hi to everybody. Let's see who's in here. I hope everyone got a chance to watch my video earlier. It was fun. We had a fun time. We covered a lot of topics today. So if you did not get to see my video earlier, go ahead and make sure you check it out. Make sure to hit the like button over here because, guys, it's all about the like button. If you well it's all about a lot of different things, but at the end of the day, that's one of the components. And if you are liking what you're seeing and you're registering your vote, it helps me out a lot. So make sure. I think they've kind of basically defunct the dislike button. I just don't think they're telling anybody, but at the end of the day, it's someone clicking on something, so they all count that as engagement. But Definitely likes still take you places. Hey, Miss SWV, how's it going? Who's first one here? Queen K, how are you, hon? D Rut, pineapples, thank you guys so much. Sunny days. Um, hey Tennessee, how are you? Nina Red, Shawanya, how are you? Mastermind. Hi Amber. Hi, Tiffany. Hey, Miss SWV. What's going on, Amber? So, what's going on? We'll talk a little Kevin Samuels. We'll talk a little bit of it, Atlanta. And, Kevin was living in Atlanta. I'm not sure exactly what happened. They say that he died in the company of a lady friend, and maybe he died of cardiac arrest potentially. Even Roland Martin's channel saying that they did call the Atlanta coroner's office and they could not confirm or deny, but they did say they had someone there by the name of Kevin Samuels, but they could not confirm or deny anything. That was weird. Um, which I'm assuming it could be potentially a next of kin thing, or who knows, guys. I mean, if the man gets up and is walking and talking and going live, I guess we'll know this evening. I mean, usually he goes live at night and to large audiences. I think felt like I saw one of the largest audiences since I've ever watched YouTube. I know like when DMX died, there was a couple of lives that were going on that were broadcasting his funeral. And I mean, I can't even remember how many people it was, but today I was watching Emily D. Baker, and she had the Johnny Depp trial going and people were chatting, and she had like 52,000 people in her live today. I could not believe it. Um we're some night owls. Yes, Lady B Ashley, what's going on? Am I skipping people? Walk by faith, not by sight. Races be gone. I'm just talking and scrolling, clicking on names. Um, NCANT, what's going on? Tina Lachey. Yeah, Kevin Samuels. It's I mean, I'm a little bummed. I'm not I don't have a tissue box or anything. I didn't, you know what I mean? He's a fellow YouTuber. I enjoyed his channel. It's unfortunate, and I'm sure it's sad for the people that love him and his community. I know that it's very devastating for a lot of people because it's kind of like on YouTube, you do build up a tribe, right? You build up a tribe of people who really actually care about you a lot. And honestly, I think no YouTuber should take that lightly. The fact that I hit the go live button and some of you are just like here in just a couple of minutes, I really appreciate. I mean, I don't take that lightly. It's an honor and a privilege, even if we're just talking about some silly stuff. It's the fact that you guys are interested in what I have to say. I think that that's not something that people should take lightly. Um, Bailey, hello, Jackson Squad, what's going on? Greenheart, good morning, good evening, and good night. Hello to everyone. Whatever time zone you're in, whenever you're watching this, good morning, good evening, and good night, right? We're just getting started, but yeah, we're starting out doing a little kind of, it's certainly not a eulogy. I don't know if it's confirmed. There have been a couple of outlets that have confirmed that he's gone, but honestly, I'm still waiting for something like something WBLS in New York has put it on their website. News One has put it on their website. Let's see who else has. Let's see. I mean, he's trending on Twitter right now. Um let's see. I'm still waiting to see something like Atlanta Journal Constitution, something Atlanta, like real news outlet controversy. So, I mean, iHeartRadio, WGCI, says 2 hours ago, according to reports, um, controversial YouTuber Kevin Samuels dead at 56. That's what WGCI iHeart.com. Uh, is WGCI, is that Chicago, guys? That might be Chicago, I'm not sure. Um, let's see what they're saying. Not a whole lot of substance. I mean, they're just not a whole lot there. So, I mean, I don't know. I'm not, I can't confirm anything. I don't know. B Scott is put it on their page. Self-proclaimed relationship guru is dead. He was 56 years old. Um, Hip Hop Wired. Plenty of people are putting it on their YouTube channels. I mean, we just see this all the time on YouTube. Honestly, me personally, I hate to put my name on anything until I know that it has been confirmed. Revolt TV has put it up. Controversial YouTuber Kevin Samuels has passed away, and I know WBLS did too. Girl, they got a whole casket and flower spray and everything. Revolt Black News has confirmed from a reliable source that YouTube sensation and self-proclaimed relationship guru Kevin Samuels has passed away today, May 5th. We Girl, he was known for dating advice and YouTube videos where he operated under self-proclaimed title as an image consultant. Some of his most popular videos include how much do you cost to how much do you cost to submit? Okay. And modern women are average at best. Just last week, he sparked outrage on social media after he said unmarried women who are 35 years old and over are considered leftover women. If you live to 35 and you're not married, you're a leftover. You're leftover. Men know you may have a problem, he said. Girl, I think the same thing about men. If a man is 40, he's never been married and doesn't have any kids, me and one of my friends always used to say, like, what's wrong with him? Um, Men know you may have a problem, he said, whether you want to hear it or not. I'll go with you. I'm telling you the truth you don't want to hear. Although Samuels himself was twice divorced with an alleged single status, he never shied away from speaking his mind when it came to relationship topics. Rumors regarding his death began circulating on Twitter and other social media outlets earlier this evening, leading to an online battle between Samuel's fans and critics. Those who have found fellowship in the influencer's ideologies accuse the critics of celebrating his death. Kevin Samuels told broke men and mediocre faced women to shoot in their range, and only one group wants them dead and only one group wants him dead because of it. Laughing my ass off. One user wrote, for example, a young woman shot back, I don't believe Kevin Samuels is dead for the record, but me not feeling bad if he is doesn't mean I'm celebrating. He went out of his way to be cruel. We are not required to mourn virtues he didn't show, and asking black women of all people to show tact is audacious. Further details surrounding the cause of his death have yet to be revealed, and they noted that this is a developing story. So that's that on that. I mean, what do like, that's it, you know. So it's unfortunate, but I guess we're saying he drinks a lot of Red Bull. I don't know, girl. Ty Cherie, what's good, hun? Taylor, what's good? Michelle D. Bailey, I think I said hi already. Moving in silence. Everyone for the 2 times. Apple Pie, Tina Lachey, NCA and T, Miss SWV, Nancy. Hey, Tam Red, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, everyone? Are we at the bottom yet? My God. Queen Nay, what's going on, hun? Walk by faith, not by sight. How are you? Is that Once Upon a Time in Mom Life? I was like, is that you? Why are my glasses failing me now? Meg, what's going on? Miss Sanson, what's up? Everybody, what's going on? Okay. I think I got everybody. Steph DIY. CB, Darlin, Nikki, Cassandra, what's going on? Everyone coming in, hit the like button for me. Sade, hello, how are you? Forever grateful, thank you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Nina, yo, there's a lot of you this evening. D Demure, hello. Abundantly Cindy, how are you? Pure Intentions, hello. Let's see. B Lady, what's up? What's up? What's up? Miss P, hey. Nubian Empress, how's it going, hon? Jenny, what's good? Journal Girl, hi, Journal Girl, what's going on? Veronica, what's going on? Hey, let's see. Wow, the list is never ending. We're just gonna be saying hello all night. Is it Nishakla? Is that right? Nashkala? Nishakala, maybe. I don't know. I hope I didn't get it wrong. Coco, what's good? Anonymous Reactor, what's good? Brown Sugar, how are you, my dear? I think we got to the bottom of the list. Give yourselves a round of applause, okay, guys? You guys strolled, Tootsie slided, Millie whopped. You guys did everything. You guys did it all coming up in here, okay? All right, guys. So yeah, Kevin Samuels, we don't know, girl. He could be live later on tonight. This could be a internet hoax. This could be so many things. Let me show you Twitter though, so you guys can have a laugh. There are some, the memes get started already, and they are clowning over there. So we are not clowning because you guys know I really did like Kevin Samuels quite a bit. But they are playing on here. Okay, they're playing right now. So um let me show you what's going on over here on Twitter. They are acting silly. So some of what we've already seen. Um, Look at this guy over here. Kevin Samuels trying to figure out who let women in their 30s with 4 kids in his funeral. Oh man. Look how he's looking. I almost feel like Kevin Samuels would think that was funny, because he did have such a, or he does, or did, whichever one it is, have such a, kind of a very sharp sense of humor. Um, Look at this person. You are a sick person if you are celebrating Kevin Samuels' death. Look at this lady. She's got her earbuds in her nose, and look at the people are clowning over here. Like, to just sit down and think some of this stuff up is so funny. But yeah, it's really sad because I think he was I mean, look, it's going to be debatable, and it is what it is. Everyone's got their own opinion, but I think he was a very sharp guy. He was clearly very smart, very talented. You might not have liked what he stood for. You may not have enjoyed the delivery. You may not have loved the message, but at the end of the day, there's a black man who really made $1 out of 15 cents, and a self-made man. Now, was he nice about it? Not all the time. But the truth is not always nice, and it's not always easy to swallow. Okay. A lot of people who get up here on this YouTube and tell the truth about things oftentimes are vilified, period. Okay. But it is what it is. I think he stood on his truth, and it is what it is. And I think if he's gone, it's unfortunate because it's a loss. This was a guy who was getting up here, he was speaking full sentences. He was giving advice for women and men to meet people, to be coupled up in relationships. He wasn't sitting up here telling you to go twerkulate. He wasn't sitting up here to drop it low and lower. He wasn't giving people advice to ruin their lives. He may have given it to you like in a way that you didn't love it, but he was also, I mean, he was trying to help people, right? We don't know yet, Coco. Word on the curb, word on the street is that he had a cardiac arrest episode today, and that he did not make it, but there's no confirmation. I mean, that's one of the things. He's a single guy. And I don't know who his next of kin was, if he had siblings, if he has an ex-wife and a daughter. I think he has two ex-wives and a daughter. Um, who knows? I mean, he could be on a plane to the outer he could be on a plane to Bali right now. Who knows? And I mean, look what happened to Rihanna a couple of weeks ago. They started the horrible rumor that her and ASAP Rocky split up. So the internet is a funny thing. He could show up, and maybe this is not a hoax, but a misunderstanding. We don't know. Me personally, I would rather err on the side of caution because I haven't seen anything on any, I don't want to say not, noteworthy news outlets, but I'm going to say noteworthy news outlets. WBLS has reported it. News One has reported. So there have been some um, media outlets that have basically reported it, and are kind of confirming it. We've heard from a reliable source, but I think until someone comes out and says a friend or relative, or this is, we are putting out, I'm like, okay, girl, it's awful. But yeah, it's all over Twitter. It's trending. It's the number one trending on Twitter. And if you go to Google and type in his name, it's literally he's trending right now. It's trending. Um, He appeared to look so healthy. They say he drank a lot of Red Bulls. That's what I was thinking too. I was like, it's got to be something he was doing to jumpstart that heart. So I don't know. And 56, I mean, a healthy 56-year-old, trim and all of that, he should be good. But who knows? I don't know what he was up to. Um, men period don't get the checkups that they should. Black men are more, along with that fact, also the prostate exam. There are more, and girl, if I'm going to quote this, I have to give you a number, but it's been alleged, what word on the street is, in terms of the prostate cancer, yeah, black men are more likely to miss those appointments, to for that exam. uh I guess it's not a fan favorite, the examination of the region where the prostate would be examined, and that is one, um, where we see a lot of men who suffer with the testicular cancer, because they skip a lot of exams, and specifically that one, which is a very preventable, curable uh cancer on the list. And yeah, men are notorious for not getting their exams. So if you have a man in your life who has not been to get himself treated, or looked at, got their once over, you know here's your confirmation, like, oh, I was just talking about that the other day. Oh, Fran talked about that the other night. You need to go make your doctor's appointment. Yes, absolutely. um but yeah, sad news, guys. Sad news for YouTube, guys. This is a guy who would have thousands and thousands of people in his live, right? Um, so I there's gonna be a lot of people who are pretty bummed at the moment. But what it's going to do is, because this is social media, it will spawn more channels. So people giving their advice, their opinions on those topics that they used to talk about over there. So a couple of you wanted me to react to the Damien Cryer video. Damien Cryer has done a couple of videos recently because Love by Erica is in the hospital, y'all. She's on bed rest. I can't even tell you up to the minute, like, if she's still got the baby in her, the baby's been delivered, but there's some controversy over her, how she kind of put things when she got into the hospital, how she stated her situation. But basically, Erica, as I predicted, I don't even know how many months ago, she's alone again. And I feel sorry for this girl. She doesn't seem to get it that in his Q&A, he did some talking about, I didn't watch the whole thing yet. I'm not done with it. So I don't know if you guys want me to react to it or not and just kind of play through it and we'll watch it together, or we can do something else. But basically what I'm going to say is this. He did in the Q&A kind of like identify, hey, I kind of have been this way. I used to kind of shut down in arguments. I used to not want to talk about things till I was ready to talk about things. I used to shut, people that I love out. He's seems to have some awareness of where he went wrong. He also opened up the video by discussing, was it weird that his ex is dating his ex's ex? One of his exes is dating another one of his ex's ex. And he said, absolutely. I mean, how could he say no to that? I mean, unless he said something like he didn't care, but we know that that's not the truth. So, you know, um, I feel like I want to just finish watching it because it's long, and I know we're not going to sit and watch like an hour long video. I can't. I mean, it's so I'm watching it now. I'm going to take notes and we'll talk about it. So if you guys want to know what I think about it, we'll do it between like probably not tomorrow, I would say on Saturday. Um, and then a lot of you have been checking in the comments regarding Mercy Gono. I don't know what's going on with that woman. I'm going to be really honest. There is a person who was identified as a troll channel, who is allegedly Gerald Addy, Mercy Gono's boyfriend, who commented on one of my videos. And then I ended up going and asking, like basically like what's up. I don't even know if I have those screenshots right now because I wasn't even really ready to talk about this yet. Um, but the person was just like, why are you lying about Gerald Addy, the Liberian swindler? He hasn't done anything to anyone. Mercy has been, on her own free will, this, that, and the other thing. I thought you had a good head on your shoulders, but you're basically blaming the wrong person, which is Gerald Addy. And girl, I do not know, but it's really interesting. And also in the African community, this is like legit a hot topic. Those two are both from Liberia, and there is a massive amount of commentary going on about this. Varying different sides and factions, but Mercy Gono has pissed off a lot of people for many different reasons. One, just because some people think she's lying. Another is because people don't believe her about what's going on altogether. They also think that she was cheating on her baby father, the little girl's dad, Nandi, with Gerald Adi. It's very complicated. Who knew that in the African um sector of YouTube, um that there was so much controversy going on? And yeah, so Mercy Gono is front and center, and a lot of people don't like her for some reason. I didn't know that. I mean, all she's doing is natural hair videos and nursing, but damn, she's got people that don't like her. Friend Love by Erica needs to get her tubes tied. I am so sick of these women on YouTube streets thinking all they should do is just have a baby by different. I mean, I feel you on that. Walk by faith. I'm not going to tell a woman to get her tubes tied because I'm not paying her bills. I'm not coming to take care of that baby. I am not her sister or nothing. But what I'm going to say is this: don't come on here and complain about in 2022 when a lot of things are happening right now. It's been alleged and there's been a brief or some sort of summary or summation that got leaked from the Supreme Court that they are really taking a hard look at Roe v. Wade, and allegedly unwanted pregnancies are at an all-time low, and even terminations are at an all-time low. We have things accessible to us like Plan B. Um, People are not dumb. Even the dumbest of the dumb are not as dumb as the dumbest of the dumb 100 years ago, 50 years ago. I mean, come on. We've had generations of sex education. Everybody knows what to do, what not to do. So, this is my thing. To your point, walk by faith, not by sight. I agree with you that she needs to take control of her body. I get you on that. But tubes tied, it's not for me to tell her that. I respect your opinion, but as far as I'm concerned, girl, have 50 kids if you want to. I'm not coming, I'm not going, I'm not paying, I'm not sending, I'm not nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not my responsibility. So she can do what she wants to do with her body. She's just over here on YouTube looking stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just girl, that's just their problem. You know what I mean? Like no one had to tell me at 25, 26, 27, 28 to not rack up 2 and 3 baby daddies and that life wouldn't be hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think there's any one woman in here, I don't care how great your situation is, that doesn't know that motherhood is not easy. I was about to say not fucking easy. It's not. Motherhood is a damn hard ass job. It's one of the most rewarding jobs, but it's a hard job. I don't care what you do. I don't care if you work at the 7-Eleven, or I don't care if you're a vice president or president of a major corporation. You're still cracking eggs, you're still sweeping floors, you're still wiping butts, and you're still putting clothes in the washing machine. You know what I'm saying? Like moms work hard. So if she doesn't know that life is already hard and to want to continue to try to do it without a legit husband, partner, or to try to make life easier for herself by not having to go stop at 3 different homes to drop your babies off, I shouldn't have to tell her that. Like, girl, but I agree with you. I mean, I agree with you, but yeah. I just me personally, I'm not gonna tell a woman that. That's for them to figure out and decide, but girl, yeah, I'm not paying her bills or her insurance is hopefully, and if she's on Medicaid, they will pay for her tooth to get fixed. What happened for her for her tubes to get tied? They need to stop having all these damn babies out of wedlock. Yeah, you know, like, I mean, things are easier if you have a partner, but some people don't feel that way. They don't feel that way, you know? Girl, girl, Nina's over there making lunch. Girl, I'm telling you, by tomorrow, it's Mother's Day weekend, okay? I'm off for the whole weekend. I am off, okay? I am going to be sitting in bed. I am going to be I'm going to do something. I have an appointment on Saturday. I'm not going to say what it is. You guys will just know. Um and I'm going to enjoy my weekend. Okay? I'm not doing a thing. I don't want to cook. I don't want to do nothing. I want to like in my mind I want to just get, like, in the bathtub. I want to do my feet. I want to just luxuriate, maintenance, pamper, all of the things because it's been a little rough. Let's see. Is everybody in the chat celebrating Mother's Day? I guess we're all celebrating Mother's Day to a certain extent, whether you're a mommy or you're celebrating your mommy. If you're not a mommy right now, you will be a mommy one day. And if you're a fur baby mommy, if you are a grandmommy, a mommy, a surrogate mommy, a I'm basically the mommy. If you are a auntie who's like a mommy, if you are a neighbor who's like a mommy, give yourself a big round of applause for being there for the kids because at the end of the day, it's a very rewarding um time in your life when you are there for a young sis or a young, for a kid. Whether it's your child or it's your nephew, it's your neighbor, when you can do something, you never know what the impact is We all have the stories of some random adult that was in our lives that kind of made a difference to us. So you never know, that neighbor that knocks on your door that thinks you're cool, that wants to ask you questions, or the little girl that sits in your seat that maybe you do her hair, or I don't know, someone who just thinks you're cool and you're an adult. Trust me, it's like you already know that that person is going to be talking you up 20 years from now and talking about how you influence them to become a doctor or a lawyer, or make a left when they were making a right. So just remember your impact. All of us women, tonight, just remember your impact, whether you are a mommy or not. Um, in some way or another, we all kind of show up to kids as a mommy. Even my daughter's teacher last year, she was pretty young. I think she was in her early 20s. She had just graduated from high school, and she was not a mommy yet, but the kids, they loved her. She was such a sweet girl. Really, really liked her a lot, and very smart. And just, I hope I know she's someone that Farrah is going to talk about for years to come, because she had quite a bit of influence on her. Let's see. May is my birth. Is that, you say, your birthday month? Happy birthday. You know what? I have to wish happy birthday to everyone's birthdays that I have missed for the past couple of months. I hope that you've had a beautiful celebration, and are continuing to celebrate and have a wonderful year. But happy birthday specifically to all of our Tauruses, and all of the birthdays coming up next. I think, is it after Taurus? Is it Cancer? My younger sister is a Cancer, and that'll roll right into Leo, right? I think. What's in between? Is there anything in between Cancer and Leo? But girl, this year is going fast. But anyway, so Team Taurus, happy birthday to, and Brown Sugar, definitely happy birthday to you. Anyway, so let me address this really quick. Let me address some elephant in the room. I did a live today, and I think look, at the end of the this is what I'm going to say about it. I did a live today, and I had some tea that I dropped, and at the end of the day, I'm sure someone wasn't happy with it, but at the end of the day, instead of being mad at me, address the issue. You know what I mean? I love when people get caught with their pants down, or get busted on something, and instead of addressing the issue, they deflect to be mad at the person. Yeah, I'm just the messenger, boo boo. That's all. I mean, at the end of the day, it is what it is. So, um the bottom line is this: address the issue, not the messenger, because the bottom line is, no matter how mad someone might want to be at your girl, I don't know, I guess I would just be mad at myself. Because anything anyone says can be brought back up. It happens to all of us, right? So that's just something I want to say. I mean, on the internet, and we just talked about this with Kevin Samuels, people say lots of things, and on this internet, they live forever, and people will bring them up. You might not like it, but it is what it is. And all of the people who love to say, I said what I said, and da 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 da, and I stand 10 toes down, and boo boo boo, and blah blah blah. Okay. Where's the I stand 10 toes down now? Okay. If it was 10 toes yesterday and it's 10 toes tomorrow, be 10 toes up on running that mouth. Okay. And that's it. And that's all. Okay. It's so sick that this country is so obsessed with, yeah. Uh D Rut, I look, I respect everyone's opinion, and I can't say he demonized women. Look, there are men out here that have had bad experiences with us, and there are women out here, there are men out here that we've had bad experiences with, right? We sit here sometimes, there are women who come through and all men do this and black men do that and da, 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 da. We have all had our experiences, right? And everything is not for everybody, right? I think that sometimes I don't want to say we expect, as in bougie gang or just us as women. I think sometimes when people gain notoriety, we try to put people into a box that everyone fits in. Everyone is not cut from the same cloth. Everyone does not have the same ideologies. There are people out here who um don't think like me and don't think like you. Kevin Samuels was speaking to a very specific audience. Kevin Samuels wasn't demonizing me. He didn't say black women who were married. He might have talked about overweight women, but I wasn't frequenting his channel for a date. You know what I'm saying? So I really didn't feel put off by him. He was telling women who were single, who wanted a certain type of man, that certain type of man, unless you were a certain type of woman, the likelihood of you being able to procure that type of man was not a good use of your time. Like either it wasn't going to happen or the likelihood of it happening is sus because for many different reasons. And we talk about that here. We talk about women who have multiple baby fathers and lots of kids and want Mr. Top Notch, whatever in the level of Mr. Top Notch is. And sitting up here knowing like, oh, Olivia can't get a guy or she's not going to get the best top notch guy. Well, why wouldn't she? Like me saying it, I guess to some women could be more palatable than Kevin Samuel saying it. You know what I'm saying? Even though he's basically saying the same thing, right? I never felt like he was talking. I wasn't coming to him for dating advice, and I think I'd always been very realistic in the type of man that I thought I could get, and thought would want me. I wasn't running after billionaires. There's women who would show up on his panel who wanted damn Chris Brown, Drake, um, Devon Franklin, married men or some sort of Ferrari driving 100 black man, okay, the top 100 in your area. Meanwhile you got a tooth missing, you got a bunch of kids, a bunch of, like Kevin would say, sketchy baby daddies. You got all these things going on and you expect. Now, I've always said this, guys, and you know this if you've been listening to me. There's always that look at God factor. There's always the factor of we don't know what's around the corner and we don't know what's for you. What's for you is for you, and what's for you, my opinion cannot take away, right? But when you're thinking practical and you are trying to create pathways and plans for people to try to help themselves to get what they want, you try to go with what you think is possible versus what's impossible. I think someone who, I don't know if people were just playing, like me personally, I wouldn't have gone to Kevin Samuels for any kind of dating advice, knowing how he gives dating advice. Me personally, I don't take anything that Kevin Samuels said seriously because he does not dictate my life. Frankly, I'm sick of all these black men who think they said uh that they said to chastise black women. Girl, let me tell you, the black men that have divested in black women and only want to date white women, let them. Let them. You know, and I'm sure for the ones that go, there's ones being born every single day, right? There are people getting into maturity every day. There are people who are exiting relationships. There's many, there's a lot of people available in this world. I think a lot of people, because if they're not in the situation they want to be in, they feel like it's because of the scarcity of the black man. And I don't buy into that. I don't. I just don't. You might have to marry someone who's got an accent. Is that okay? Is anyone okay with that? They might be melanated with a accent. They may not be melanated. Okay? I think sometimes we get into our minds an idea of what we think we want instead of being open-minded and let love come to you in however it comes to you. Um, I'm just gonna say I never really saw myself being with anyone other than a black man, but I've never in my mind had myself closed off to, well, I'm only going to do this and I'm only going to do that. Um, I never a friend of mine always was like, "You never meet," like, she always would meet a guy with a kid or 2 or 3. I never had a guy in my life who had a kid. Never. It was never a thought to meet guys with no kids, but it was fun. It was kind of a joke with my friends that I never met guys who had a kid. It wasn't I wasn't putting out the energy that I didn't wanna meet. Oftentimes with manifesting, that which you resist persists. So if your mind is so focused on, I don't want to meet a guy, like, from what I understand about manifestation, the universe doesn't understand the don'ts and the this and the that. It's just your focus. So if your focus is on a guy with kids, even though you don't want a guy with kids or you do want a guy with kids, because your focus is centered on a guy with kids, that's what you're going to find, right? I never had a thought about a man with kids. I just always um my thought was never there with that, right? Um I got what I wanted. You know what I mean? I think my focus was on exactly what happened to me. And I think sometimes we need to think more positively and focus on the things that you want in a positive way. Um like I said, don't think about, I don't want a man with children. I want a man who is going to have his children with me. How about that? Those kind of things. But yeah. What's your thoughts on his view saying if you have a kid by someone that you are no longer with, how will a child bring value to the new guy? So I think that's a culmination of some of the things that he said. I've heard him say that. Um, so I think what his standpoint was is that a lot of men don't want women with kids. And I'm going to be honest with you, my husband did not want a woman with a kid. And contrary to anything, any shit talking, any non-factor weirdos on YouTube streets that say otherwise, we have one child together and that's it, okay? Um, he didn't want a woman with a child. He did not want to have to deal with anyone else's kid, and not so much the woman, but another man. He didn't want to have to deal with that. So I think, I don't know. I believe that's probably true. There are men out here who don't want to, they'll date you, they'll screw you, they might even put another baby in you, but they're not going to deal with you that way. Not all men, but keep in mind, like in everything Kevin Samuel said, keep in mind he was speaking to a very specific audience. He was talking to high value men. Now, are they all high value billionaires, high value millionaires, high value six figures, seven figures? High value men. If you are that high value landscaper with 7 companies and 10 trucks, and you are a labor guy, but you are making money and you are high value, well, he's talking to you. Most men who have something going on for themselves want the best of the best. Do we not know the term trophy wife? So not every guy, but some of them do. And that was his audience. Men who believe that they want the best of the best type of woman. And a lot of the women who called into his program wanted a certain type of guy. Me personally, I never wanted that type of guy that he is talking to. So D Rut, if that to you was repulsive, he wasn't talking to you. And he wasn't talking to a type of man that maybe he was like the type of men that are in his audience may not have been who you wanted. Like to me, that's why it never really bothered me. I think women felt like with a broad brush, Kevin Samuels was talking to them and everybody's offended, but he's not talking to you. He's talking to women who want a certain type of lifestyle and a certain type of money. They want the value, as in the dollars, not values as in morality and ethics. Like he always said, I'm not telling you that the guy with the money is going to be honorable. He might cheat on you, he might do all of the things. He was talking about value as in worth, not values as in ideology and ethics, right? So, I don't know. I think a lot of people had him wrong. But what do I think about? I don't know. I'm not a man, so I really can't say. And I've never been in the position as a single mother to be out here dating. Um, I don't know. I'm probably not the best person to ask that question because I don't know. When I was single and had a baby, I ended up marrying my daughter's father. So you know what I'm saying? Um, I think that a man who is in love with a woman and sees her worth and thinks that she is too good to lose will love every single aspect of her. But if you've got too much baggage and too much distraction, some people don't want to be involved in that. Hi, Anisha. How are you? Yeah. He died alone with a terrible relationship uh with his kid. Yeah, I know that he was estranged from his daughter. So, I mean, the man was fighting a lot of demons and also maybe a lot of how he felt came from how he felt. A lot of what he talked about may have come from how he felt and how he was living, right? Um you cannot allow yourself to be upset by anything someone else has to say. It is not my business what others think of me or about me. Absolutely. You know what I mean? Like Kevin Samuels, I think he upset a lot of women because at the end of the day, if you're a single woman at a certain point and you feel like this one's like you went to one too many weddings and you are not feeling the love, you're going to start to get nervous. You know what I mean? I was out here in my 20s and my 30s out here hoping and wishing, right? And if I was out here trying to muster up the hope, buy the nice dresses, make sure my shoes are on right and go to the events, make sure, listen to my mom and say, "Well, you better go out. No one's going to find you sitting in your apartment. You better go out and put a smile on your face." All the things I tell you guys. Go out, look nice, put a smile on your face, have on a beautiful perfume, be pleasant, have something to talk about other than yourself. Okay. Um, yeah. And then you've got someone telling you that you're like a leftover. Yeah, people are going to be mad. And your sister just got married or you just paid for like your fifth bridesmaid gown. You're going to be pissed. But you can't let someone who is expressing themselves on their platform that you know what I mean, like change the dial. I don't know why when he became quote unquote a guru, it made people feel like he's Bible. He's not Bible. He's speaking to the people who he's speaking to. He's speaking to his audience. And if you know that you're not his audience, why would you even bother? Like if you're out there and he is not like the jam for you, why listen? If listening to him could make you feel bad or you just are diametrically opposed to everything he says, that's not your channel. You know what I mean? Like there's people that won't listen to me because I'm not the warm, fuzzy, pop it, twist it, bend it, flip it, twerk it, bust it. I'm not going to tell you that. And if I'm going to tell you that, I'm going to tell you and keep your business to yourself. People don't need to know your business. And when you meet that guy that you think that you're going to fall in love with, yeah, don't sit there and run him all your body count. Don't run him all your business. And if you think you just met Mr. Right, cut everybody off. Cut them all off. Don't have your phone ringing oddly or inappropriately. Don't be caught awkward. Okay. Kevin Samuels might have said, how you going to meet someone with a sketchy baby dad? I might say, well, yeah, you got a sketchy baby dad, but at the end of the day, don't tell anyone all your business. Don't tell him what you went through. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it is okay to tell your husband about suffering you've endured, but that's not for the first date. That's not for the first date. It's not for the fifth date. That's for you, your therapist, your mother, your sister, the people who are going to help you and love you at this moment to work out your shit. And when you get to go out with your version of Prince Charming, be pleasant and focus on the future and focus on him. Don't sit there and run your business to some man who's trying to get to know you. And you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a lot of the drama that comes with having a baby daddy. I think comes with a lot of times people don't having good conversation of what to talk about. So that becomes an issue because you're sitting there talking about another man. Like when Jasmine used to sit there and talk about Philip and Chris was like, "Yeah, we're not talking about him or stop talking about him or we don't discuss him." Chris was guiding Jasmine in a nice way rather than telling her to shut the fuck up. Like, we're not going to sit here and talk about your last relationship. Yes, you've got the kids, but I can help you with these kids without having to listen about this man all night long who's not even here. So let's focus on us. Why don't you focus on me getting to know you rather than you trying to get me to understand what happened in your last relationship while we're not focusing on this one? You know what I'm saying? Everyone doesn't need to know where you've been to understand you. When you present yourself honest and open, you don't have to deliver your resume to your new friends or your new boo. They're going to get to know you. They're going to get to know your heart. I know sometimes people feel like it's really important to tell them everything about you so that they can get to know you, but you downloading a whole entire speech or all of these stories about any and everything that's happened to you, not only is that boring, let's be real, it's boring. We don't need to know all of the stories. We just want to get to know you, right? So, when I watch some of these dating shows, like even Ultimatum, or gosh, they used to do this all the time on like The Bachelor and The Bachelorette. You get that 1 10-minute moment to talk to the Bachelor or the Bachelorette, and they're like, "Yeah, I want to tell you why I broke up with my last boyfriend." And it's like, are you kidding? Like, you have 10 minutes to talk to this person about why they should select you, and you're talking about someone else who is not even thinking about you anymore? What? Yeah, I mean, look, me personally, Kevin Samuels was for a very specific audience. And if that specific audience was not you, I wouldn't give two shits about what the man was talking about. I think that he helped who he helped. But like I said, at the end of the day, I really can't knock a self-made black man who really made probably somewhat of a fortune for himself, speaking his mind and getting a lot of respect for it. Whether he was your taste or not, he did get a lot of respect out here. So I hope that if um what they're saying out here is not true, but if it is, he definitely made an impact, and it's unfortunate that he was estranged from his daughter. What I can say is this: sometimes you just have to see the good with the bad, and it's all about reason and season, and maybe the reason was for him to father a daughter, maybe for him to not raise a daughter, which who knows? Maybe he was a sketchy baby dad. You know what I'm saying, D-Rut? When he talked about bringing value to a new man, maybe he didn't want to raise someone else's kid because he didn't raise his own. You know what I mean? Sometimes a lot of people develop their opinions based on their past. Take things with a grain of salt. If it doesn't resonate, move around. Absolutely. Never visited his channel. I only watched them on reactors. I never gave that man not 1 second of my time. Absolutely. I mean, it wasn't for you. You know what I mean? Like, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's not even being a hater. That's just, like there's plenty of channels I don't watch. And it's not because I don't like them. It's not because I'm being a hater. There are millions of channels. It's impossible. YouTube has so much to offer. When not watching something does not make you a hater. It doesn't make you a hater. It's just impossible. We all have lives. Even the people where YouTube is kind of your life, especially when we were going through the pandemic and a lot of us didn't have a lot to do. Um, it's impossible to watch everything. It just absolutely is. And I think that's why people enjoyed channels like mine because you guys maybe prioritized other things, but you still wanted to be in the know of what was going on. And I gave you the cliff notes on what happened, right? Joelle, how are you? Poor Jazz. Yeah, I think Jasmine is happy right now. I really do. I don't, I'm not a huge Jasmine fan. I don't even know that I'm a fan at all. Um, I think she thinks she's happy. I don't think it's not because of Chris. I think Jasmine is operating in the realm of not really knowing what true happiness is, and she doesn't know herself, which I know to some people when people say that it's very abstract because knowing yourself is truly a journey of discovery. And it's not all of a sudden one day you turn a corner and you're like, oh my God, I know myself. When you know yourself, it's like a confidence that surpasses all understanding, and a security and a love for yourself that cannot be bought, it cannot be diminished, and it cannot be wavered, right? Um, and it takes a minute to get there. Some people are born with it, actually. But if you aren't, it takes some time. It's your journey of discovery, right? It's called growing up. It's called having some experiences. But once you know yourself, and do you truly ever get to know your complete you? I don't think that that happens until, till the end. However, you get a pretty good idea of who you are at certain points in your life. And I think that as I've grown up and matured, and I think into my 40s, I feel like all of a sudden one day I woke up and I knew what I didn't know, and I felt confident in what I didn't know I had. It was almost like overnight you get a superpower, right? And it's just the journey. It's the journey of waking up 365 days times however many years. And however many times I did it, I woke up one day and I felt different from how I ever felt before. I felt stronger, more knowledgeable, more don't fuck with me, and I can't be fucked with. And yeah, I know a few things. And wow, like I've been around for a minute. And it's a pretty good damn feeling, just to be quite honest. Um What did you say here? I was cracking up when Kevin said last week that if you're 35 and not married, you're a leftover. Yeah, but you know what? Think about it this way. How long have we known that men highly desire younger women? If you're 35, look, again, very specific audience, right? There there's women in their 30s who look amazing. But men want women who can give them a child. And at 35, either you've had your children and you don't want any more, or if you haven't had them, we need to speed date and go and make sure that eggs are viable and you're good. And black women, let's face it, fibroids. I had fibroids. uh, Girl, I was very lucky to have a child. I mean, they weren't really, really bad, but after I had we had Farah, they got worse. So And I think all of that, and it's not even just black women, but I think black women in a higher proportion have fibroids, but also I think extended use of birth control pills. Okay. So but not, leftover. I some people like leftovers. I love leftovers. You know what I'm saying? Like, um, I don't know. I think he offended a lot of people because his the way he spoke, he could be very condescending. He was very hoity-toity. He was a fancy schmancy black man with a good vocabulary and money, um, who spoke up and not, I think he appeared to speak down, but I think he was kind of talking up. So I think he came across extremely condescending. So I get it. I get why people did not like him. I was not necessarily one of them. Would I sit and hear him say things that were like cringeworthy? Absolutely. Yes. Um, let's see. Poor Jazz. I don't feel sorry for Jasmine though. I think Jasmine thinks she's happy, but I think Jasmine fights with depression because, and I said it like her, depression. I think she fights with depression because she doesn't know what happy is, and she doesn't feel quite fulfilled. And oftentimes, ladies, let's just be real. Oftentimes, a lot of us find motherhood not fulfilling, right? I mean, motherhood is a wonderful thing, but motherhood as a career, I think some of us get a little bored with that. I think some of us don't feel fulfilled. I think some of us feel like we're missing out. She talks about the career that she missed out on and all of those things. I just don't think that Jasmine's very happy. um there's a root cause of why you're depressed. Like, I don't know that she is going to therapy at all and trying to work out why she is depressed. I think she is getting some sort of medication to not feel depressed, but she might need to have some conversations on why she is depressed. I mean, guys, we can put band-aids on stuff all the time, but no matter how many band-aids you put on something, it's not going to make it better. You have to talk it out. You got to work it out. You got to come to a resolve about why. So the fact that she keeps talking about being depressed, what's concerning for me is that she has a doctor potentially just subscribing, prescribing medications to her and not sending her for actual therapy to sit and talk to someone about why she is either so blue or, feel bleak, or she gets overwhelmed and has anxiety. It doesn't seem like she ever articulates having conversations around flushing out the problem. Jazz was never taught to love herself and comes from being with, yeah, girl, she was mind manipulated. And the way she talked to Chris at dinner the other night, I thought was absolutely inappropriate. Not just, I mean, just in it being in a relationship. Well, I'm gonna make you. Like when he said, I don't okay, let's talk about this for a second. I don't understand why she doesn't understand that Chris doesn't want to do social media. I don't get it. I don't understand why she thinks she needs to shove social media down his throat. Why she wants him to have an Instagram page, right? Like a social page, not just a Chris Bowser page. I don't understand. But what's going to happen to Jasmine, I hate to say it, for as much Chris likes her, low self-esteem and depression are not sexy tickets out there, guys. So, yes, you're hearing me say that, and it's not sexy. If you're out here and you're suffering from low self-esteem, things that make you feel down, make you feel blue, and you have a person in your life that loves you, and it takes so much to even just appreciate the love and affection that they have for you because you are so down on yourself and depressed, you got to work through it. You got to, because you're going to lose that person. It takes a lot of effort to love someone, and it takes even more effort to love someone who does not love themselves. How many friends have you ever had that didn't love themselves, that are always down on themselves. You say they look nice, they say, "No, I don't. You're just saying that. You're just trying to be funny." Girl, I hate those type of people. I'm just going to say that. I don't When I have friends that I tell them it's black and they say it's white, or I say it's left and they say it's girl, it's in the basement. I don't want to, nah. Not saying that you have to take everything of what I say as gospel, but at the end of the day, I don't want to battle with you because you don't feel good about yourself. Like you can take that and keep that. Okay. I don't like those. I just I can't. I don't have I me personally, I don't have the patience. Um That's the good thing, is that you know what I mean? I don't even want to say she's unaware, because she is aware. She's getting treatment, but she has not been treated. She's not gotten therapy. It's a lot of beautiful women that's over 35 and not married, but that's my choice. But there's a lot of beautiful women that's over 35 and not married, but that's my choice. Absolutely. There's a, yeah, I mean, look, some people meet the love of their life, lose them for whatever reason, and decide it's not for them. They don't want to get their head back in the game like that again. Maybe they're not willing to settle for anything. You got some women don't want to be married, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Keep in mind, women that don't want to be married are not listening to Kevin Samuels. They're just not. Because why do I need dating advice if I've made a decision to not be married, right? If I'm not trying to meet a high value man. See, I think a lot of times, and I've said this a million times, the video that I did on Kevin Samuels, people are confusing his terminology with high value. Look at, just imagine dollar signs versus values, and just imagine the praying emoji, morals, ethics, and all of those things. I think people, and also, if you're not in the dating market, why do you care? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, absolutely. I agree with you, Walk by Faith. If you're single by choice and happy, Kevin Samuels may not have even been someone that you wanted to listen to, because he's talking to people that want to be in a relationship desperately with a high value person. The men that were on there wanted the baddest chick, and the women wanted high value men. Now, if the women were not the baddest chicks, he was going to tell you, yeah, you're not what a high value man is looking for. And by the same token, he would tell some men who thought that they were high value, like, yeah, you're not in that league to get that type of woman. Okay. Hey, yo, cool. How are you? Wow, I had no idea that you can buy sick people insurance policies. So we knew they were sick and dying. So he bought a policies. Wow. I don't know what you're talking about. Just to like this jazz. Wow. I had no idea that. I'm not sure what that means, walk by faith. Um, Jazz so much, Jazz so much love to, Jazz shows so much love to Stinkabug because of Chris. That's what, she's in love with that dude. Okay. Just so much love to Stinkabug because of Chris. That's her way of having peace of Chris until she no longer has him. Then Stinkabug will be in the room. Yeah. Because then the next guy will come along and she'll try and put a baby on him. Uh, you know, girl. Me personally, the fact that she sits around talking about having babies with this man, and he's not even her husband, he hasn't wifed her up yet. I'm sorry. In your 30s, you and not even just your 30s. If you're 30s and you are hotsy totsy, you got everything going on for yourself. You have no kids, maybe one kid. This is a woman who has 5 kids, okay? She's 31 years old. She does not have a career other than YouTube, and it's not to put down YouTube, but she's basically a stay-at-home mom who does social media. Okay? That's not a put down, that's just the facts, right? Um she doesn't have as many options, because when Jasmine needs to go out, she got to get a babysitter. You gotta go out and you have one kid, you can take your kid with you. You can take your kid to Jamaica, you can take your kid wherever you need to go. Guys, I don't know if you saw, which I don't think that this was the right thing. Did you guys see Ari on the internet? I guess it's gone viral. Ari was out at some kind of bar or something with her mother and the baby. And girl, it's a hot mess. They got a whole uh petition going around about her. Like, it's a mess. Chaz doesn't accept that Chris isn't going to marry her. Well, she says they talk about it. So do you think that you think that she is lying? That her and Chris are talking about it? Okay, let me see if I can find it, because whenever people tell me to go back up to a message, I never can see them. Okay, Nina. This one, she needs to stop getting pregnant and find coping skills. Is that what you're saying? I had a friend whose dad died because a millionaire buying sick people insurance. I had a friend whose dad, because a millionaire buying sick people's insurance policies, some people hated him and called him a monster. Some called him a blessing. He served a purpose. I had a friend whose dad maybe bought because a millionaire. I don't understand. Let me see. She needs to stop. Do you guys are you saying you have a millionaire who's dead because a millionaire buying sick people insurance I don't even know what a sick person's insurance policy is. Is that someone who's like betting on people passing away? Who became someone who became Oh, all right. Let me go back and read that again. I had a friend who became a millionaire buying sick people's insurance policies. Some people hated him. I don't What are the sick people's insurance policies? I guess I need to look that up. I got you. Um is it let me search that. Sick people insurance policies? Is there like an official name for that? Is it called critical illness insurance? Is that what you're talking about? Burial insurance, critical illness insurance. Girl. Insurance policies, people who were just sick. Okay. Insurance is in health insurance or life insurance? Okay. Jazz doesn't seem to give those twins any love and affection anymore. Yeah. Well, look, let's keep in mind this. Um, Whenever she's filming, she typically has the babies in her hand. It seems like she films a lot when she's doing therapy. Look, we know Jasmine is doting over the baby, but it's a baby, right? Um, Jasmine is weird, okay? Like, I don't know what else to say. I'm not surprised. Me personally, I don't know that she loves the new baby more than she loves her twins. But what I do know is that what we see is her doting over the baby. And the assumption is people want to see like the adequate distribution of love around the house. And Jasmine's just too dumb to put that in her videos. I mean, I'm just going to say it like that. I don't think she doesn't love the twins. I think she's just, or doesn't. isn't showing enough love to the twins. I think she's just filming with the baby because he's nice, new, and cute, and she is playing that up because she also knows that babies bring money on this internet. People like to see babies. They enjoy that. That's just what I think. You know what I mean? I girl, them kids. Let's see what else you guys are saying. Guys, we're just having like a chat tonight. I'm not even reacting to anything. I'm just reading your questions. This is so much fun. Nino, that's interesting because you can buy insurance policies that you can withdraw money from for the life of the policy and still get a death benefit when you pass. She is saying that her friend's father bought the policies of sick people that were dying, and people see that as a monster. I wonder what kind of business that is. That's weird. Okay. My question was I didn't know. Oh, you could buy sick. Yeah, I had no idea. You know, um but you buy them and do what with it? I don't know. I don't know enough about insurance and how they flip those policies to even be worth. Oh, girl, I saw mommy trying to move her butt to sit down, and she made me nervous for a second. I was like, girl, you will not do that in this house. Mommy, lay down, boo boo. Mommy has been drinking up some water. The twins are still babies, but really and truly, they're going to school next year. I mean, look, you know how people say you always gonna be. Dr. Amira, happy birthday, boo boo. Dr. A celebrated her birthday. She's been out here doing the most and posting it on Instagram. Speaking of babies, did you guys see Ming put up a video that her baby may have? Girl, I'm not even talking about that. Can we stop? Girl, I don't even want to. No, I didn't see it. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not even subscribed to her channel, I don't think. If I'm subscribed to her channel, I don't even get alerts, and I'm gonna just be honest, I don't check for it either. Wait till they die and cash in on them. Wow. So was he buying, so it's like buying futures kind of. It's like buying. I did not know that you could even do something like that. Hey Rube, how are you? Mommy is trying to get situated. Yes, ma'am. Mommy is so funny. Portia is somewhere sleeping. Portia. Portia. Portia lays right on her back. It's so cute. I don't know if Farrah's got her in her bedroom or not. I'm getting tired, guys. Um, Gosh, if we talk about everything, I'm not gonna be able to. I'm not gonna have anything to talk about tomorrow. Um, I need to. I'm gonna try to watch the rest of that Damien video. I can't believe he put up a video that was an hour and a half. And I know I do hour and a half videos all the time, but you guys seem to watch them. Like you, upon the replay, y'all watch those videos. You okay, Mama? Mommy has been with me forever, guys. She's 15. Will you guys have a good night? You too, boo boo. Good night. Walk by faith. Look, guys, let me do one last search and see if there's any confirmation. I mean, would CNN report like YouTuber with 1.5 million subscribers? Who is going to break the news on the first, like legit, even TMZ, somebody put it out. Um, so I've gotten confirmation from multiple sources. Um, no one is really no one's really there's no news source I'm seeing other than News One. and WBLS, and it's like WBLS. Um, which I love WBLS. Don't get me wrong. But um, we'll see what they say. You know what? I'm sure the Breakfast Club might talk about it in the morning or something. I just, B let me see. I think B Scott. I mean, Revolt has it on there. That's Diddy's network, right? Um, they got a whole damn casket on there. Um, I don't know. Yeah. Because there's been so many hoaxes on YouTube. I'm just afraid to, people play around up on this internet. So who knows who's doing what. Anyway, guys, this was a great chat. I really enjoyed talking to you guys. It was very chill. I really didn't feel like I had to like drive the whole conversation. You guys were vibing all night. All of you coming through to chit chat. We got to do this more. You guys are so awesome. And I'm so, like I said earlier, I am so grateful and thankful for all of you who come and show up and participate, sit and listen, hit the like button, have hit the subscribe button, who help kind of support me in allowing me to run my yapper. I'm talking about everybody else running their yapper, and I get to run mine. Okay. And I appreciate you guys allowing me to do that because it's fun to me, and it definitely carried me through this damn pandemic. And now that the pandemic is sort of kind of over unofficially, um I still get to do it, and I appreciate you guys so much for allowing me to do that. I wasn't sure what was going on with Kevin Samuels, and I did make a screensaver. So since we did talk heavy on Kevin, I will probably put that up. Where is it? Right there. Yes. Okay. Did he make it? Did he not? I mean, I kind of feel bad for the guy. But at the end of the day, guys, this, if you're a believer, this is the only hell that we will ever know. And if he is transcended to be with the Lord, we can't be sad. We can't be sad about that. We have to rejoice because that's the gift, right? So if he left sooner than some would have liked him to, it is what it is. Looking zesty, let's say looking stylish in maybe like a Neiman's. He looks like he's probably somewhere in like Neiman's, looking like he's at the sunglass shop. Um, I picked that photo because the man liked fashion. He liked expensive cologne, and he was definitely the epitome of a 2022. You remember that term metrosexual, the men who kept a good haircut, always were sharp and crispy. That is one thing we can say about Mr. Kevin Samuels. Man was sharp and crispy all the time, right? So, guys, hopefully this is, for me, I'm saying I don't like to if the man had a painful heart attack, I hate that for him. And if he's gone on to be with the Lord, that may he rest in peace. If this is all a hoax, some YouTube's shenanigans, then shame on whoever is the purveyor of chaos and creating this havoc this evening on this internet, so we couldn't come with the real reactions and reviews. But I hope not. I hope that the man is alive and kicking, um and we wake up to hearing different kind of news. So I don't know, I can't I'm a little, I feel bad. um Girl, child ain't bought nothing but girl, so get out, huh? You just thought he was running through there and just gets out. Okay, y'all. Y'all are so funny. Okay, everyone. You guys are so amazing. Thanks for coming through tonight. This was so much fun. I'm so glad we had a chance to talk and chill with one another. You guys be easy. Have a good evening, and I will see you guys in the morning. And we will run some of that tea and some of this. Whoever said earlier today, I'm for the tea and the gossip. You know how some people are for the streets. Yeah, I think Bougie Gang. Yeah, we are for the tea and the gossip, right? Right? Yes. Oh, sip. Okay, guys. You guys have a good evening, and I will see you guys in the morning. Don't forget to the like button. Okay. Take care.